Or good or golden. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 472 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast. My name is Brad Riddell, and with me, as always, is
your king of paintball. I have nothing fancy, no title tonight because we have no topic. We're just going to yammer. Because
we got topics. We got three.
Trying something fun. We're trying something new tonight.
Three or four topics.
Yes, message me.
What? Who messaged you?
I don't know. Someone dares to message me.
Let's fight them.
I don't know. Well, no. I think it might have been from Rhino, and that's a good message. Those messages make me happy.
That's legit. I'll let that one go. Yeah. So, folks, before we get started, of course, we got to pay some bills. So let's go down the list. Let's talk about the fantastic individuals and organizations that help keep us going and on the air. First on the list, let's talk about Northern Hydration. Sorry, I'm really far away from the microphone. Northern Hydration, your Canadian-made athletic hydration drink. Fantastic stuff. You
hydration solution?
Hydration solution. That's the word I
like that. I like that.
Hydration solution. Drinknorthern.com. Use the code MaritimePP10. Secure yourself 10% discount off of the website.
Did we forget to mention that it is a beautiful Thursday night and we are still on CHSR 97.9 FM in Fredericton, New Brunswick?
We did forget to mention that. So thank you.
I love our sponsors, but my goodness, do I appreciate the wonderful people here at the radio station who let us come back every week and now pre-recorded for the safety of everybody involved. I tried, guys. I tried. I did really well, but I felt so much better that I can be safe and Brad can edit me out. And the really sweet lady down the hallway doesn't come and thump us for running over our time, which again, we appreciate. And I'll mention at the end of the show, our awesome friends from the urban radio station, the urban radio show after us, who is also pre-recorded, but nobody likes having their shit run long. So we appreciate your guys who come and listen to us a little bit before so you can hang out. Hell yeah. It's a pleasure. Echo. Stop that. Fix that. There you go. Whatever you did, there you go.
I didn't do anything. We talk about it. Were you hearing yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Let's work on that.
Hello, Explore. Nice to see you. Welcome back. It's always wonderful. Don't guess an award show. We're going to get to that. Dingus, what's up, buddy? I'm looking forward. I have to go out to see this paintball field on Elmwood Drive. There's one like down the road from me, like literally down the road from me. Mm-hmm. Even closer than Moncton. I have no idea. I've heard about it from a couple people, so I got to go sniff this place out.
Yeah.
Continue.
Loft Gear, makers of the Station 150, amazing rolling bag table storage combination kit that I can't wait to get my hands on one. The best thing, honestly, just go to the website, go to loftgear.com, go look at it. It comes in 3 different colors. You got red, black, and green, like a dark green, like an olive green. Go look at it. I cannot do it proper justice. Once we have one in our hands, then we will do a full show. We'll talk about it. We'll go super in depth.
Do you know what we could do with that awesome bag from Loft Gear?
What's that?
We can put the markers that got put in our hands by amazing people at Building Paintball. You can put your mask. You can put those fantastic markers. Our tanks.
I see where you're going with this.
All from Building Paintball.
That's
true. Which coincidentally is also a place that's very near and dear to my heart because it's my home field. Just
Moncton people.
Right, Jason.
I don't know why my voice just trailed off. I was like Moncton, and then I went into a whisper. I'm not entirely sure why I did that. But yes, Moncton Paintball. And of course, we have Ntensity Customs, makers of some beautiful, amazing paintball soft goods, headbands, jerseys, t-shirts, headphones, jersey, pants, pod packs, gloves. Man, I don't think there's anything this guy doesn't.
Markers. They sell markers because they are they're authorized to deal Nova.
Yes, they are.
Holy crap! Walmart's here.
Wow, Walmart.
They will never let us sell anything that is associated with us in their store.
No, and they'll never let me back. So that's fine.
Shit, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, right. Paintball Dirt newsletter, of course, doing the good work, condensing down what's going on in the world of paintball into an easily digestible newsletter. Go check them out. It's paintballdirt.substack.com. What is it? Sierra Lemmy AI. What are these guys yapping about? Paintball, my good friend. We're chatting paintball. It's what we do.
Because they used the word yapping. Same word I used.
Maybe it's a bot. Are we getting bots?
It is. We are.
Well, you know what?
Because why else would it say yapping?
I'm okay with bots.
Dink, lady, you and I have to have words.
Ooh.
You and I have to have words, miss, about things.
Y'all are in trouble.
I did hot yoga yesterday for the first time.
Where did that come from?
Because it's yoga, and there are sexy women at yoga. And I'm going to be honest, I would rather run the gauntlet again. I would rather Fuck you.
Switch to airsoft. Nope.
I've played a bit of airsoft. Oh my fan, thank you. I've done some airsoft. I've played the devil's ball a little bit, and it's fun. I even made myself a marker that has a tank on the bottom, so I feel more like I'm playing paintball.
I have legitimately thought, though, because you can get the conversion kit for, I forget which marker it is, but it converts the paintball marker into airsoft.
Oh yeah,
like
same
it's
thing.
A barrel, the hopper, the drive, like the engine and everything. And so it's just a speedball gun, but it shoots BBs. And I was like,
that's what mine does. My tank screws onto the bottom of my of my grip, and full auto, it just goes brap. No, I did not. What I did find out is I would rather run the final battle at 15 BPS and get the shit shot out of me, than go back and do hot yoga, because at least at 15 BPS, I am motivated to move my ass.
I don't think I could do hot yoga, man. I feel like the hot air would hit me like, I'm like, no, I'm done.
It's like breathing. Dude, it was like playing it with Saga. Except again, I wasn't motivated by somebody shooting at me. Ryan, hey buddy.
I shouldn't say that was a great field. What I mean is
no. The heat.
The humidity.
The heat. It's like you're breathing soup. I'll totally go back to yoga though, but I probably shouldn't be. I'll be honest, that was literally my first class, and I went to what I'm pretty sure is a brutally hard class.
Oh, you kind of like skipped to like step 5 kind of situation?
Well, it's because 304 is the teacher, and she's been trying for years to get me to go. So I said, screw it, I'll try it. Because I mean, really,
yeah,
try it. And just about destroyed myself. It was I have an admiration for people who do that in like that hot yoga stuff, man. Holy shit. But no thanks. My rant of the minute, because your old lady got me all off and distracted.
Right?
So what's up now?
Yeah, no, that's it, man. That's everybody who helps us and makes things go. So before we go any further, though, we need to make is it a correction? No, an addition. We need to add what's dude with the glasses?
Oh, paintball. You are the sweetest and nicest person in the world, but I'm dog shit at paintball. I am there purely for my own entertainment.
Well, I don't understand the comment. The comment is nonchalant dude with the glasses could smoke you at paintball. Could smoke who?
You.
Me?
I've done it.
You have. I've smoked you.
Many a times.
We tend to actually even out, I think, pretty good, because we both kind of like start off great, and then about 15 seconds in, we're just like, nah, let's just.
I wander off.
So let's make an addition, a correction, a modification to last week's show. We had mentioned how Dai and Dan Balzerian of Protocol were teaming up. I've recently learned, actually, well, not recently, I learned almost immediately after the show, that what I had thought was legitimate information may have been over-exaggerated, and that what is more likely than happened is that a conversation has occurred, but nothing is on paper and nothing's official. So
are you issuing a retraction?
I'm not issuing a retraction. I'm saying that Dai has spoken to Dan, but nothing has come of it officially yet. So when the official yes or no comes out, now if it comes out that Dai is not partnering with him, then we'll do an official like, cool, Dai is not partnering with him.
Okay.
If we get an official Dai is partnering with him,
then you'll ever come saying you're wrong. I love it.
More angry edition. But yeah, so basically, nothing is official yet, and I just want to make that clear. So, because I was under the assumption
I
that it
applaud
was.
you. Good man. Good
Thank
man.
you. Speaking of die,
but we do have some cool news, though, right?
Yeah. So
tell me stories.
The Die i3 Pro goggle has been re-released or launched. I guess is the Die i3 Pro. So it's kind of like a rehash of an older mask. The i3 is from like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like it's like a 25-year-old mask. It's old. Sorry, my fiance. I'm out. I've said my piece. Have a good night.
Yeah. Bye. Thanks, asshole. Oh man, that is a really cool looking mask.
Yes.
I'm sorry, because again, I don't know shit, so I kind of went back and Googled. And I mean, aside from it looking like it might be a little short along the jawline for somebody like me, which is the same reason I don't really wear
like all of Die's masks are short like that. Yeah. They're all, that's just their calling cards. So it looks like they're relaunching the i3. Their marketing campaign around it right now is very heavy, like dripping in nostalgia, basically being like, you know, it was a what was the word they used? How did they word it? They said it was a trendsetter. It made legends.
Is that accurate?
It was the mask to wear for a very long time. You know, it's really well made. It's a great mask. It definitely looks like it's from the 90s with the bubbly look to it and the lack of sharp lines.
I like that though. It's really smooth.
Right. Very 90s, early 2000s, very when everything on TV and movies was like really, really smooth.
Can we get him to add fact at the end of that explore paintball fact, and he can just dump facts all episode long? Because I appreciate when he does stuff like this.
What he needs to do. Okay, slight tangent. Explore paintball. I got an idea for you, champ. Here's what you're gonna do, bro. Your long form videos, I know keep them going. Keep them going, okay? Don't stop. But
he likes doing them.
Exactly. That's why I want him to keep doing them, because he likes doing them. What I want you to start doing is I want you to start doing reels, TikToks, and YouTube shorts, 15 to 25 seconds long. I want you to start dropping like paintball history facts. That's your niche, my guy. That's what you go for.
Dude.
You need help editing, you let me know. I'll help you out. Because I know you do all your editing on your phone, which is absolutely nuts that you do that, especially with long form. Holy hell. But reels, TikToks, shorts, bro, bang that out.
Look at this.
Oh, 2003. Okay, so I was going way too far back. Patrick McGooey. I was going too far back. So early 2000s. Thank you, Sean.
Oh, Pat, buddy. It is funny that I heard from someone from Ontario, a couple people from Ontario today, just out of the blue, because, you know, I love you guys. It's nice to hear from you. And it's all like you knew I was thinking about you and how much I miss, like Sean heard from me, and I'm always thinking of Pat because he's beautiful. Just how I've been kind of complaining it's the winter. It's still January, guys, and it sucks, and I want to go play. But it's funny that it's nice to see all of you guys tonight. Pat, I'm gonna come and play some airsoft with you at some point, because those guys look like they have a lot of fun. Their milsim stuff looks really fun. I won't go shoot. I want to go shoot. I want to get shot at. I figure at some point it'll be fun to go check that stuff out just for the entertainment value for me. I know you won't, but I'm still going to show up in my Star Trek uniform. I'm putting on my red shirt, baby, and I'm still coming out. Unless they say I'm not allowed to, I'm coming out in a red shirt.
I'm all for jumping into the paintball field or the
yes,
airsoft
he does. Delicious
to get some game in, but I want to make sure that when I show up, they know that it's like I'm not slicing the pie. I'm not cutting corners. I'm not I'm not using comms. I'm power sliding my way around the field. Yeah, I'll probably lose. That's fine though.
Yeah, but we've been really lucky though. The guys that I've been playing with are really cool like that. They're fun. They don't take themselves too seriously.
So yeah. Yeah. So the i3 Pro, the nostalgia. It drips in nostalgia, man. It's just like it's It's the mask, right, from the early 2000s. It's got all the features you'd expect, right? We're talking like high quality dual lens. You got nice, comfy foam. It's got like good venting on it. It's they call it, what do they call it? Scream venting. So when you yell, it's not reverbing back into your ears. Like that's what they call it. They call theirs
that's nice. That's nice.
Scream venting, which is, I get it, but man, could they have like that's got to come up with a better term, because just scream venting is not doing it for me. One Life Man keeps asking what the topic is. The topic is paintball. If you ain't into paintball, stay in.
Well, clearly he's into paintball. He wants to know what we're talking about. We're talking about the Adai i3 that is being re-released after 22 years,
something like that. Yeah, 20 years.
I think it's a cool looking mask. I think it is really neat. Like I said, a little short on the chops, but
the only thing it's not that I'm not thrilled about it, and I get why I don't really get why they didn't do it, but I'm a little surprised they didn't release it with the crank strap on the back like the i4 Pro has and the i5. Like if you're releasing, like why? Cool. Like it's got the old, it's got the old strap. It doesn't have the new like click strap, and I thought, well, it's a little strange. They could have put the click strap on it and been like, boom, we've brought the i3 into 2020, 26.
I got one of those headband straps. Those metal ones from Building Paintball. I won one in a draw, and it's the twister one, and you put your headband through it so you don't get the knot at the base of your skull.
Yep,
it's neat. I had no idea what it was. I was looking at it, and it was all twisty, and Gas was like, yeah, it's the twister edition. I'm like,
yeah, it's for your headband. Yeah, no, this, so i3s are out. That's cool. I dig it. The price. Oh, also the price point, in case anybody's wondering. If you go on to Dye's website, $224 Canadian. So pretty standard paintball mask price.
But can I get one from Intensity Customs?
If he has any in stock, that's the only question. He's got them. He can get them. I know he can get them. Maybe he can get them.
I bet Sean he can. One Life likes to travel in the middle of the jungles and test his survival skills. I would be dead. I am.
Sean's got him for $219.99. I love it. I love it.
That man is the shit. That is Intensity Customs, baby. They will take care of you. You should go check them out.
That man will absolutely take care of you. I think it's kind of funny though. I'm like looking at this mask is coming back, and I'm thinking like I know I asked for the old days to come back and for the old style.
Did someone find some new old stock?
New old stock in the back.
Yeah. So thank you. Pat's saying he doesn't like the crank because you can choose the strap. So the dies come with just the standard strap. You can't change it out. Like the crank is the crank and that's it.
With those ones, yeah.
Oh. No,
yeah,
I'm with him on that one. I'm with him on that one. I like my straps.
No, I'm just surprised they didn't do it. Like they did it with the i5 and the i4 Pro. So I'm surprised they didn't do it with the i3 Pro with the releasing. But I mean, it's great though that you can still put your old strap on. And then nothing. Not even a smirk.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, nope.
Sorry, I was distracted by the absolute breath of fresh air that rolled in here. That is Cliff.
Yes. But yeah, they're bringing this back, and I'm thinking like, man, what I'm wondering is it like I asked for all the old school stuff to come back, and suddenly the i3 comes back, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we're doing this. So is it a play for nostalgia? Is it like, man, we need these people's money, so we're going to do the nostalgia play? Or
I'll take it.
Right? No, I'm not mad at that. If that's the whole reason, I'm not mad at it.
I like a little bit of nostalgia.
I love nostalgia, man. It nostalgia nowadays, honestly, it makes the world go round because frankly, things these days just not, it reminds us of the good old days. Or is it this? Is it that paintball is finally old enough? I made this comment on Facebook too, so Sean's already seen this. Is it that paintball is finally old enough that we have experienced what the fashion world experiences, where everything becomes new again? Yes, everything goes in a circle.
Brother, I've been saying that for years. Nostalgia runs in 20-year periods. What is old becomes new again. 20 years ago, what was happening in paintball in 2006? 2005, 2006. Sean, sorry,
Good timing.
Sean. Yes, explore. Hit me with some facts, please.
Right.
And that'll tell us what was happening in paintball. And I guarantee you, look at what's happening in the next 2-3 years. You're going to start seeing it again. That is how this shit works.
The autocockers are coming back in a big. They never went away, but now we're seeing like they're back, baby.
Look at the amount of autocockers, angels, box shockers. One more. The other Thomas uses pump gun, absolutely dope, sexy, not a phantom.
Sniper? I don't know.
Come to me. Someone's gonna yell at me, but anyways,
Probably
because I should know exactly, because his gun is absolutely like one of those things that I loved his marker when I saw it. It's just it's one of those things that it's like a pump. It's one of those things you've got to either love it or don't. You're gonna start seeing that stuff come back. The old masks, the old pants, the bright colored pants.
That's what I want to come back next. That's what I want. Okay, if the universe is listening, bring back the baggy paintball pants.
No, not a shoebox, but shoebox shockers are sexy.
Yes. But bring back the baggy paintball pants. Bring them back.
I have a pair of those blue dye ones that I got, and they're wonderful.
Mm-hmm. My intensity ones are phenomenal.
Automag.
So, the Automag. I don't know why.
Thomas, the other Tom Burke, he runs an Automag, and it is just spoken. Carnivores are starting to come back around a lot. Old Phantoms.
Hands on one. Absolutely.
Dude, they're coming out of the woodwork because a lot of the guys who are about 10 to 15 to 20 years at most older than us that were playing paintball regularly at that time, a lot of them here anyways transitioned to airsoft. But those guys never sold their kit. They put it in closets and they forgot about it, or they just kind of left it there. Their kids are finding that kit. What's happening?
Let's keep it rolling.
And they're like, what's this thing? And they rebuild it, and then they're just like, blah! They're like, what is this?
Why is this a thing?
Yeah.
So that's happening. The i3 is back. Hopefully the next big thing will be let's bring back the I know it wasn't great, but let's bring back the egg hopper. Let's bring back baked pants.
I need to get an egg. Actually,
you know what? Hell with it. Let's go old school. We're going back to CO2. Let's go. No. Let's full swing it.
No. You know what? Sometimes it's fun to go back and play Diablo 2 in the original format, but that remastered edition gives you some quality of life shit that is just like.
That's for sure. That is true. Sometimes
there are some sadists who go back, some masochists and sadists who go back and play WoW Classic and want that OG feel. And then there's some people who,
That's
don't
true.
like ramming their head against a wall.
Right. I know. I get that.
Right.
All right. Well, moving on. Let's talk about. Sorry, my microphone's blocking my face. Let's talk. We'll do the award show. I'm going to talk about the award show at the end of the show.
We're going to let that, because that's going to. If anything, we're going to run long with that, so we can go on about it.
Yeah, let's run. So we saw. Well, I sent this to Tom. I noticed that Infamous Paintball had actually made a post on Facebook, basically asking the question of, what was it word for? I wanted to say what it was word for word. It was what do paintball sponsorships get wrong, or something like that. But basically, the idea was, where can paintball companies do better with their sponsorships? What do sponsors often get wrong? That was word for word.
Okay.
And they asked for your people's opinion. Boy, did the people answer.
Beautiful.
It's huge. I've got a full summary here. I actually sat down and I read through it and I typed it up and all stuff like that. There seems to be a miscommunication, a difference in understanding. Sean, my man,
right out.
You're a man of the people. You're a man of the people, because that's pretty much what everybody says. Companies seem to there's a different definition of sponsorship. So players are often expecting sponsorship to mean real financial or material backing. So company A is going to sponsor player one. That means a company A is either going to pay player one a monthly dividend, a monthly fee of what some sort, or will continue to ensure that player A has the materials needed to play paintball, whether that is supplying them with markers, equipment, clothing, paint, whatever they need. Brands seem to view sponsorships as they're looking at they're looking for a return on they're looking for a maximum return on minimal investment, which usually seems to turn into discounting products. So it's like, oh, we're sponsoring you, so here's a 15% discount on our product, which is fine for many things. There's a couple of the sponsors that we work with that's the deal.
And we appreciate that.
We truly do. We truly do. I think where there's a breakdown, though, is that what happens is that a lot of these big paintball companies are, I'm going to say the big ones because I don't want to poke fun at the little ones, and because the little ones, I mean, they can't really, actually half the time the little ones I think do better. But the big ones are saying, here's a 10% discount or a 15% discount. And then Christmas rolls around and it's, hey, everybody, here's a 20% discount. Oh, the sponsored players? Yeah, no, whatever. They still get their 10% discount, or they can use the 20% discount that we just gave everybody for Black Friday. Like there's that kind of like, oh, we're discounting the off the retail. Okay, cool. So that means the players still got to spend their money, or they could get it cheaper used. So I think that's where there's like
one,
you know what I mean? There's a big clash that way. So as far as the players are concerned, discounts do not equal sponsorship. They don't. That's how the players are feeling. That's what those comments were saying.
Yep.
The one of the notable quotes, and this is one that I took out of there, said, "If the team still pays for everything, it's not a sponsorship; it's a coupon."
But it cut the dealers out of the market, and those guys are the lifeblood of the industry.
Yeah, so that's one thing a lot of people forget about is that if you approach a company like, let's say, we'll use dye for example, just because Sean sells dye products.
Mhm.
If you go to dye and you say, "Hey, dye, I want free gun, I want a free marker for the season," and they go, "Okay,
Yeah.
here you go." That means that the player that dye gave that marker to doesn't have to do anything with Sean. So Sean's that's instantly a player that Sean makes no money on, I guess.
Yes. Now's the time I'm going to continue my mission, Bradley. So continue talking while I wander into my kitchen.
Yes, just to let everyone know we're trying something new. Tom is no longer in frame, but you'll still be able to hear him. He's going to make dinner while we're chatting.
I have wildly unmedicated ADHD at the moment. Meds have worn off. I got to do something with my hands, and that screen is driving me crazy. So Tom's going in his kitchen to do some cooking, and Brad is going to talk, and I'm going to listen. He's going to teach us something or inform us, which is fun as hell.
I don't know if it's going to be either of those, but I'm going to talk about the comments. I also think the used market, I've always been a big proponent of, like, I've always been really divided on this. I understand, like, buying used, like if you're tight for cash and you're going to buy used to save some cash, then great. But there's players out there who will never buy new ever, and they kind of pride themselves on that. Like they're like, I don't buy anything except off Facebook Marketplace, only Facebook Marketplace.
I don't think that's that uncommon, though.
No. But what happens is you see these comment threads where somebody be like, "Hey, I'm new, getting started in the sport. What should I do?" And people are like, "Buy everything used. Never buy new." And it's like, okay, but if everybody follows your advice, there'll never be any used gear because nobody will never buy new. You know what I mean? Like, still got to buy new. And it's like, oh, I don't want to support the big company. I don't want to support, let's say, for whatever reason, you didn't want to support JT or GI Sports because they're too big. I want to help the little guy. I want to help the guy down the street by buying off of him. Cool. Go buy some gear from Intensity Customs.
Yeah.
Go
buy your gun from Intensity, markers from Intensity. It's great to start out, but it's sometimes you can get yourself a new marker And there's really like when I had my shocker from Moncton, when I bought that thing brand new out of the box, first tournament, and ran it, and it was like there's nothing like buying a new marker and ripping shit with it. There's just not. Um, but you also don't want to drop a G note and end up with one that you don't like, because
No, and
that would
that's the
suck.
hard part, right? I like to think the used market is great for I'm in a pinch, or I'm brand new and I don't know if I want to actually do this or not. So let's buy some used pants, maybe a used mask and a used marker, and let's go play for a couple of weeks. I really love this. Okay, now I'm going to go look for a brand new pair of pants, a brand new pair or brand new jersey for myself
Yep.
because I want mine. Like that should be the natural progression. And then once you're in, sure, buying off your buddy because he needs, I'm short for cash. Can you buy this marker off me? Sure, you're helping a buddy out. But it's like, I need a new lens or I need a new, whatever. Just go buy from a dealer or whoever. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, safety gear, let's be honest here. You can buy a secondhand mask, but eventually you're gonna have to buy a new lens.
Sure.
So
So
that's one thing. But when it comes to like at some point it is nice to have that stuff new. I can understand it's not in everybody's budget, but you nailed it. You know what? If you don't want to go, and if you're one of those people who's like, I don't want to buy from the big retailer, cool. Go see Intensity Customs.
yeah,
Go
go
see
buy
your
from
local shop. Go to your field. I almost guarantee they've got, or they can get to a supplier who can get you a brand new marker if you want to
if
do that.
your local field is buying paint, there's a good chance that who they're buying paint from is probably also selling gear.
I would
So,
say that's a
go buy.
that is not an unfair session. I think that's an
Um,
unfair question.
So a lot of the counterpoints coming from the brand, mainly Infamous, they were the ones that were kind of like. Now, this is another thing too. Is Infamous kind of put that post out and then immediately went on the defensive. I don't think they fully expected to get kind of ripped apart like they did. Uh,
Now, I
they,
bear in mind I didn't read the post, and I'm probably and sure that people on the Facebooks that are watching us may have, but on the radio. So so they there was some nasty stuff. But they're asking the question? Did they just was it a tone deaf question and they didn't think about it,
I
or
think they tried to start a conversation looking for ideas, and didn't expect. They should have. You can't expect social media comment threads to be productive. They're
uh,
going to be full of vicious people.
eventually it always devolves into talking about Hitler? That old
Yeah,
internet adage that how long does it
right?
take before you start talking about Hitler?
Yeah. Um, so one of the big here's one of the things, like right off the top, we're talking discounts do not equal sponsorships. So a lot of people were saying that a 10 to 20% discount is just a retail relief, not a sponsorship. Calling discounts sponsorships creates a false status and a sense of entitlement. Many had argued that they should rename their programs. Actually, some of them said maybe we should call them support programs or membership programs or a tiered system, bronze to full sponsorship. I like that. I like the tiered system because then it's what you're getting. You know what I mean? Like you're
Well, they got to get their money's worth, right? Like I do understand, you're going to ask a company to fork out 2K, then yeah, they're going to want a little more bang for their buck. So a tiered system kind of makes sense in my head.
right, and that's why I like the idea of a tiered system. The other problem too is like a lot of these companies are putting out notices online saying like, okay, we're open for sponsorships, and you got local teams, little tiny teams that are being like, yeah, we're sponsored by whatever company, and that's like, cool, what's your sponsorship deal? It's like, oh, we get 5% off, or it's like, oh, so you're just a billboard because you cost less than an actual billboard, that kind of thing.
For the record, just anybody who might be listening that wants to offer us money, I am cheaper than a billboard, and my ass is fairly large too, so we got a lot of room to work. Just saying, I have no
the
qualms about that.
the counterpoints coming from Infamous, mostly Infamous, but also other people had chimed in. But the margins in paintball are very thin. A true sponsorship for everyone would bankrupt a company, and discounts are only scalable. Are the only scalable way to support a divisional team. So that's when people started saying, okay, That's fair. Understand. But what about just sponsoring fewer teams, but do it properly? Instead of saying, hey, we have 100 sponsored teams, say like we got 20 or 30, and then do proper sponsorships and like for legitimate proper teams. Because like most teams do not move product. If you look at even here in the EPPL in the Eastern in Atlantic Canada, I couldn't tell you what most of the sponsors are for most of those teams, and it's like, oh, well, these guys are sponsored by GI. Cool. That doesn't make me want to buy GI paint, they don't move it. Logos on a jersey and Instagram posts are poor return on investment compared to proper ads, which is very true. And sponsorship often subsidizes hobbies and hurts resale value of products. So, yes. Sean coming in. Now, Sean's opinion, not to say that I don't respect everyone's opinion here, but Sean, the fact that the man runs Intensity Customs, I'm very happy to have his opinion in here. Charles is also there. The free ride does not exist anymore unless you are pro, so any deal is better than nothing, I guess. That's true. Sean saying, I think if you make good stuff and price it fairly, people will support your company and then have limited real sponsorships. The idea of sponsorship in paintball is laughable. Unless the team is truly bringing in players and making a serious impact and has a serious effect on your product, then yeah, I don't think there's really a point in sponsoring it. And that's just a harsh reality. Like, I'm not going to go buy a certain brand because of now, okay, I'm actually a really bad example because I don't buy anything because anybody said to buy it. Like, I don't.
Yeah. You are like the antithesis of buying something because everybody says you should buy it. That is like Bradley would sooner die on that freaking hill than buy that marker. But is now running absolutely one of the most smoking pieces in the universe. But that's a whole different ball of wax. I get it.
But like, but there is people out there that if Ryan Greenspan said, hey, you should go buy this mask, people will probably go and buy that mask because Greenspan said to do it. Like that makes sense because he's got.
But people do that because hockey players sell say to buy hockey sticks and.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where the paintball companies should be putting their sponsorships. I think what's happened is a lot of they've offered sponsorships to so many people, to so many teams, but they're such tiny, not to say insignificant, but ineffective.
For lack again, for conversation's sake, you're not being offensive by saying that they're small. Like, I get what you're saying.
But like offering everybody 5 to 10% off or 15% off is not as if I don't think that's as effective as offering the top 1% of the top 5% of teams a much better deal. I don't know what that deal would be, but you know what I'm saying? Like they kind of need to reserve their sponsorships for something more effective. Sean says GI ruined the brigade and just basically made it to an extension of the Imperial sponsorship program. Because the brigade was that. Brigade was a tiered system. That was cool.
God damn, I am so pleased with this. I can't believe this might have actually turned out.
I love that. Justin Dory's comment saying our sponsorship from Shore Cycle and Marine is more about helping out people in the community than getting a huge ROI. Right. Patrick McGooey, you must look outside of paintball to get good sponsorships. During the CXBL years, we had our camp sponsored by Canadian Tire, and Milano's Pizza helped pay for our jerseys.
Dope.
That's awesome, right?
That's a good. I like that.
I am curious to find out though, and I don't know if it's one of those things that's really quantifiable. I guess you could kind of look at like when you started sponsoring and when you stopped and see if you see an increase or decrease. But like, is there a return on investment for that business that paid to have your jerseys made or paid to help you camp? Or is that just a way for a business owner to kind of just be like, I want to give back, and that's their way of giving back, which is nothing wrong with that. I love that, right? if that is their return on investment. Maybe that's their idea. I'm investing in the community by sponsoring a local team.
Oh shit, that is good. Again, I'm
I
very
thought that
sorry.
was great too.
I love listen, I have nothing to offer on this because I have no experience in it. But as a businessman and as a salesman, you know what? You got to get a return on your investment.
Mhm.
But for the company that is doing the small mom and pop thing, that are helping their community, the community remembers that stuff. And that kind of stuff is what keeps your business, gives you some longevity, especially if you're small. But again, this conversation feels, especially where it comes from Infamous, it feels like a large company conversation. We're not talking about mom and pop stuff. Canadian Tire,
That's
they have
Canadian
a reputation for helping
are they
young
independent?
athletes, athletes in general. They've always been like, Canadian Tire hockey programs and all that stuff's been around for years. And that's a wonderful program. I know my nephew got stuff from it from when he plays hockey. It's a great program. But you're right, in terms of sponsorship, if you're a big company, then you got everybody barking at your door. Everybody wants something for nothing, right?
Yep. Sean's got a really good point there of focusing money on players who are already committed, essentially. Well, sorry, I should read both comments. Where the money should be spent by paintball companies is sponsoring events and giving the mass playing population building the experience and converting one-time players into regular players. Focusing money on players who are already committed essentially turns into a big, giant circle jerk. I added the word giant because I just emphasis. I agree. I think if you're going to somebody who's already an existing player and they've been playing for 10 or 15 years and you go, yeah, I'm going to sponsor you and give you all of this free gear, that player's just going to go, sweet. Now I have more gear. But if you throw the money into events, like if a big company like, let's say, GI was went to a particular event, and instead of just offering a discount on paint to the event organizer, what if they went in with real cash and was like, let's bring in a bunch of cool stuff, like cool third party vendors, and let's cover that cost. I'll cover let's cover the cost for food. I'll pay for to have your event catered or something wild like that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine go to a paintball event and they're like, it's catered, don't worry about it, we got you, we got food.
I actually just had a thought, though. You weren't far off on that idea. But what if these large companies, like, because I've gone to plenty of big games and GI has a tent. The die techs are there, the Tipman techs are there. To me, offering to tech the markers, and they do that, is one thing. But
Mhm.
you want to draw people in, you try to get some guys who can do the vintage stuff. Dudes like Damien at Gator Mail who know everybody who can fix these markers and get that old stuff in. It's like
Sure.
my other work. You can't open your doors and expect everybody to come and throw themselves at your feet because you have deemed worthy to open your business. No, it
You
doesn't
have
work
the
like that.
privilege
You
of
have to
being
have
my customer.
have a reason to put an ass in a seat every 18 inches.
Ooh.
If you're promoting wrestling, if you're promoting anything, if you got something where you need people, you have to have a reason for people to come through your door. And you have to
Exactly.
have a reason for these sponsors to want to give you money.
Mhm. Um, something else. Now, I'm trying to take both sides of the argument here, right? Just trying to show both sides of what people were saying. One of the other things that kept coming up was the fact that sponsorship is a two-way street. Excuse me. A lot of teams don't recognize this or understand this. Um, Teams underestimate how much effort they should be putting in. Sponsored players should be promoting constantly, behave professionally, represent the brand positively, helping at booths, helping ref, helping set up, helping tear down. All that stuff is real value. Um, Basically, somebody is giving you the equivalent of their money or giving you their money, act like it, which is true. But when that company is offering a 10% discount, then do you really does that doesn't feel like you're getting something. So you don't feel, so a lot of teams I think feel that they don't need to work that hard because they're not
The two
seeing.
things in this argument, I don't feel that those two things equate. A 10% discount is not getting an education, but if your sponsorship included change the word sponsorship to internship, and you have these young guys who are coming in who want something for nothing and they want to give something so they can learn how to tech guns, they can learn how to
Mhm.
set up bunkers. It's in order to get your next generation, you got to train them. And that means that the young guys should be there with the old guys setting up the bunkers and tearing down the bunkers and
Sure.
cleaning. It is something that should be done. If you're going to run like that kind of stuff and you want to train the new generation, they got to learn how to set up the ring, man. They got to learn their craft.
That's up to a field. I wouldn't expect Infamous to expect somebody to set up bunkers. But what I'm saying is, until you've used the discount, Infamous has given you nothing.
That's fair.
You know, so like, so I think a lot of teams might fall into this pitfall of, I'm sponsored by X company, but then they kind of forget that they should be putting in the work and promoting, because they're not actually getting anything until they buy something. And then it becomes a, like, are you sponsored by them? Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, like, what do you get? Well, I get a discount. Okay, cool. So when did you use it? Well, I haven't used it yet because I don't need anything. You know, like, I think that's happening to a lot of teams. They're getting sponsored. They're not needing to buy anything new. So then they end up in this pitfall of, like, they don't promote because they haven't gotten anything. And it becomes a vicious cycle of, like, I'm not promoting the company because I didn't get anything, and I'm not going to get anything because I'm not promoting the company, and I'm not promoting the company, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's what's happening there. That's just where, like, we're seeing two very different mentalities. The company side and the team side kind of fall apart. And then that's just where a real conversation needs to be had as well. Like, you sit down with the team, be like, look, if you want more, do more. Also, discounts on stuff don't help with entry fees, travel, or hotels. That does not help at all.
What are the big three that your king loves, Bradley? Food, lunch, gas, and tolls.
Right, lunch, gas, and tolls. That is actual, tangible. It helps. It truly does.
Every little bit does. And let's, again, not think that we are being ingrates in this conversation.
No.
Point out, this is devil's advocate here.
Not at all. Just pointing out that, like, if somebody said, hey, we want you to come, let's use Fulda Gap because it's an event we both want to go to and it's a long ways away. They go, okay, we want you to come to Fulda Gap. Dope. Okay, cool. And it's like, hey, we want to sponsor you to come to Fulda Gap. And you say, okay, cool. And they go, great. We're going to give you 50% off your entry. That doesn't help me. You know what I mean? Like, it does a little bit, but, like, okay, you want me there. I'm not saying for the record. This is hypothetical. And
Fulda.
We will pay our own way to go to Fulda if we can, when things calm down.
Yeah. Again, when I can cross that magical line at the parallel.
Yeah. But that's the issue. It's like, oh, well, okay, cool. Thanks. That doesn't help me right now, though. Like, that doesn't help me get to your field. That is, that's, I think that might be how some people are feeling.
When we're talking in terms of sponsorship, yes.
Now, where, again, both sides, this was some solutions that came to that. Because entry fees, travel, hotels, it all costs money. And odds are that if you're sponsoring a player, they already have all the gear they need. So you're either just giving them new gear that they don't need, or you're giving them a discount for gear that they haven't bought yet.
You don't want them to flip the gear because you don't want to put yourself out of business, obviously.
No, but that is a solution. What about just saying, hey, give us a list of events and we're gonna invoice you the cost of those events. So we're going to cover that, or tell us what event you want to go to and we'll book it for you. Dope. That's great. Like, that's a way to help. Supplying sellable merch. They didn't really go into detail on that. It was kind of just like somebody was spitballing ideas, but the idea of a company giving somebody else a bunch of merch and saying, here, sell this if you want. Like, here's some product to sell.
Here's a marker. Sell it or don't. Sell it or keep it.
Here's one marker. Here's one marker for your whole team. Raffle it. That's a tangible way to help a team. You don't have to deck out the whole team, right? But, like,
oh, I see what you're saying with that. Yeah.
Depending on the team, you raffle. Let's say it's like the latest and greatest thing. You raffle that off. You make $2,000. There you go. That covers your hotel and gas. Maybe depending on where you're staying and depending on what you're living in.
Are you staying in a Motel 6? You and I have stayed in some shitty hotels.
I stayed in a motel once that when you opened the door to the office, you couldn't walk in because you opened the door and was immediately met by a counter with plexiglass. And then And then when we laid on the bed, like we got the room, we went in. It was a very nice, clean room. It was actually a little it was actually a little scary how clean it was. The mattresses were still wrapped in plastic, and then the sheets were put over it.
I mean, okay, I got one for you. When I was the prince, and I was traveling with the queen mom many moon ago, we were driving through. I'm sure I've told you this, Brad.
Probably.
My mom's and I were driving through. We were driving through Miami, and we were going to visit some cousins, and we had broken down on the side of the road, and the queen mom stops at a hotel. It's bike week, and we're now, I think, damn near to Daytona. It's gone all night. And she pulls into a hotel, and I can remember my mother walking into that hotel, and she came out of there so quick that she booted her out of there. And then I looked at her, I'm like, what was wrong with this place? And it was an old school motor lodge, and it was so sketchy, dude. I remember my mom's coming out, and she just looks at me, she goes, we are not staying there. And she proceeds to put her foot to the floor and rolled right up to a Hilton. And said, yeah, I'm sure I've told you, because I don't camp. I'm a glamping bitch, and I just remember my mother rolling up to a Hilton, and that's where she decided we were staying, because there was no way we were staying in what I'm sure was probably like the sketchiest motel in Daytona she could find, right? It was, my mom's was tough, but even she was like, nah, she was outie on that one.
That's funny.
Okay, so I mean, it sounds like Infamous got its wiener slapped a little bit, because people were saying things. And what was their response to this? Did they get like uppity?
No, they just kind of countered everything. So when somebody said one thing, like, for example, like, discounts don't equal sponsorships, it turned into, well, discounts are the only way we can effectively sponsor as many people as we want to. And it's like, well, then don't. If you can't do it well, don't do it a bunch. Is kind of the mentality was happening. Marketing and a lot of things coming up too was like a lot of teams, a lot of players, individuals, I guess, feeling that companies like, oh, we're sponsoring you. It's like, cool. Well, can you kind of boost our brand too? Like we're gonna push your product. Can you push our product, which is our team's branding? That tends to fall flat unless you're really high up. And then one thing was talking about, people seem to not understanding a concept of a sponsorship, and saying that being sponsored, you shouldn't be locking teams into full gear ecosystems or forcing exclusivity. Brother, that's the point. Like, so
I'm sorry, if I'm working for Ferrari and I'm sponsored by Ferrari, guess what they don't want to see me doing? Wearing a Red Bull badge, wearing a Haas badge. You know what they want to see? They want to see the horse on the back and nothing else but what's paid for. That's, exclusivity contracts exist for a reason. Sorry guys. I appreciate you can be sponsored by multiple things at once, but not in the same genre. I don't believe that's how that works. I could be wrong, and there's probably exceptions to every rule. But
some of the more actual tangible things that people were talking about, which is I think what Infamous might have been looking for, was operational issues. A lot of people complaining about how they get picked up or sponsored by a team or by a brand, and there's no portal, there's no streamlined ordering. A lot of it is like, I have to. It's like, oh, I'm gonna order from my sponsor. I'm like, well, cool. How do you order? Oh, I shoot this one dude on Facebook a message. And then like branded gear shows up 3 months later. Hey, look, it's Nova. Like that's how a lot of people were saying that, if you're going to do sponsorships, do it properly. Like provide your sponsored teams with a functioning way to submit what they want, what they need. And like, it's not just hey, can I get this? Or it all has to go through one person. Like, why not just produce a special store or something for them, right? So that was a legit one. I was like, okay, that's proper. If people are experiencing operational issues, then yes, that's something that should absolutely be fixed, no matter the level. And I think that would be great. And then
I'm sorry, I just turned around and I see that Sean nailed it too. That's how most pros get paid. They get gear and they sell it.
right. Yeah. That's they get hold of their gear and then they flip it and they make some cash. And that's the way that works. Because you see a lot of the big teams get new stuff every year, right? They get all new setup, then they flip it. They tend to sell it for way more than it's worth because they've signed it or something.
They've signed it. It's field played.
They're selling it above retail because it's an exclusive product because they've signed it or something. That's what I meant to say, not just saying that they're like ripping people off, because that's kind of what it felt like when I said that. My bad.
Only because you're overthinking it. There's no way anybody would have thought otherwise on that one.
You never know. We got a breakdown too of like some of the common solutions I came across. One, rename it. Don't call it sponsorships. Call it membership programs. Call it affiliate programs. That kind of thing. Like
a board of sponsorship.
A board. Yeah. Like call it anything than just saying, "Oh yeah, we're sponsoring this team." It's like, but you're just offering a discount. I get a discount at Costco because I'm a member. Or I get a discount on certain products because I'm a member with Costco. That kind of thing. Brand ambassadors. That's the way to do it. Paul's laughing at the quote unquote pro staff. That feels like a stab there, Paul. Kind of feels like a jab at somebody. And
again, people crawling out of the woodwork. I looked at my the pistol that I got from Chad Bob, my FSR. I looked down at it and it's almost like it called to Daddy Paul that it needs to go visit him. I've only been saying that for like 2 years.
It'll get to him eventually. Well, you tried bringing it to Paul a couple of times and he just wasn't there.
Yeah, well, it's because I brought the wrong box because I had like the mags and everything, but the actual gun itself was sitting on my other shelf. So again, I am going to tell you, anybody. So tonight, I this actually worked out. I'm genuinely pleased with this meal. Just ramen and sausage gravy is just combo. Oh, dude! Again, got my molds for my teeth. I'm not going to be like having to have like soft food diet soon, and I'm looking forward to. Oh my God, I want a steak. Jesus, I want a steak so bad, man.
You wait when your teeth are fixed. Okay, you're going to come down to Fredericton. We're going to go to the Red Lantern, and we're going to get a steak. Honest to God, man, it's the best steak I've had. It's this tiny little, almost windowless diner style thing, and they mountain on those mushrooms and onions. It's good,
beautiful.
It's like $25 for like the whole meal.
Well, I want to go check out that little diner that was near your old place.
Joe's Diner. Amazing, bro.
I want to eat at Joe's.
All right, man. We'll make that work. We'll make that happen.
Also, screw it. We're just going to run long anyways because
not worried about it.
I'm enjoying this conversation, and frankly, with our new format, we can go a little longer.
We can. We actually have to.
Indeed.
Because I have to cut out a lot of stuff. Not that I have to cut out a lot of stuff, but when I go through it, when I actually listen and I'm cutting out little, like if I'm cutting out 1 or 2 second segments here and there, it adds up pretty fast.
So if you've been hurt by a first strike round, oh my God, I want that shirt so bad.
I'm going to make that shirt. We're going to make that shirt. We're going to re-release it alongside the Meg Dump the Pores.
Oh, we're going to do a new run?
We should.
I feel like we got to get something else too.
I've been meaning to. Now that you know what? We're going to make it happen. Sorry, common suggested solutions. These are the solutions. Sorry, I just want to get through these. There were like 5 main solutions. Rename the programs. Stop calling them sponsorships. Call them brand ambassadors, membership programs, whatever, right? Then tiers. Do tiers. So do fucking bronze, silver, gold, platinum. You know what I mean? And make them with clear expectations. So it's like, we're going to bring you in. Everybody gets bronze. Let's just say you apply, you're a proper team, and you can prove it. Boom, you're automatic bronze. Unless you do something really stupid, you're bronze. You get 5% off, whatever, 10%. I don't know. I'm throwing numbers out of there. But then it's like, you tangibly can prove, you're like, hey, we're winning these tournaments, right? We're winning tournaments locally. We're winning tournaments regionally. Cool. We're going to bump you up to silver. And it's like, hey, we're like top 3 every time, all year. Okay, cool. We're going to bump you up to gold. And then it's like, hey, we're topping out in our division in the country. Sick. Let's bump you up to platinum. Like make them like clear expectations at each level. I think that's a great idea.
But what have you done for me lately? Exactly. I like that.
Right? Exactly. And it's a play to win, which is the way it should be, right? If you're or win to play. No, what's the word?
Gotta play to win.
Basically, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like it's if you're putting in the work, why are you should be getting more than the other team that's also sponsored who's not putting in any of the work, right? Make it tangible.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Performance and effort. So that means podiums. Are you going top 3 like regularly? Great. Here's what you're going to get. Content creation. Is your team just really, really good at building a brand and building a following? Cool. That's worth XYZ. Are you dedicating X number of hours at events that this brand is at and you're sitting at the booth for 2 hours instead of smashing beers? That's worth this. You know what I mean? Like, make that happen. Make sponsorship scarce. Not everybody deserves to be sponsored.
In order to sponsor everybody we can, don't sponsor everybody. Make
exactly. And then affiliate and revenue sharing models. So discount codes that generate kickbacks, incentives for actual sales, not just logos. Affiliate programs are difficult, to say the least. I'm not really that huge of a fan of them. I understand how they work and why they work for certain people, but the only way you make money is if, let's say we talk about a brand. We talk about, I don't know.
Dye. We're just going to use Dye because we've been talking about Intensity Customs and the fact that they work with our friends Nova. I'm pointing at the chat here, with our friends Nova and.
Right. So you're talking Dye. Let's say we talked about Dye all episode, right? Let's say we do a whole 1 hour segment. We talk about Dye. Talking them up. And then we say, hey, use our discount code and get 10% off, right? Because then we get a kickback. You get 10% off. We get 3% kickback or something, right? And we put up that code, and our code is in our description, and our code is all over our socials.
Okay.
Somebody who watched our show might look at that and go, sweet, okay, I'm going to go buy this i3 mask. I'm going to click on that link. I'm going to go buy that, and we get 3% kickback or whatever, right?
Yeah.
What is more likely to happen is that 3 days from now, somebody's going to be like, man, they talked that up really good. I'm going to go check on that mask again. I'm going to go to Dye's website. I'm going to look it up. Yep, I want it. I'm going to buy it. Yeah. They're going to forget that there's a code.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just a harsh reality.
That's the harsh reality. But now, hold on. Let me play that advocate.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't think to use our code, we didn't do our job right.
Good point. I like that.
They didn't remember, oh shit, those guys on the Paintball podcast, I really liked them. I'm going to use their code. There was a reason that I used somebody's code when I bought G Fuel. It wasn't really because I liked G Fuel. It's because he was our friend and I wanted to help a brother out, even if it was once or twice. Like, screw it. I thought it's what
fun.
You do. You help your boy out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you help your boy out. That's what you do. And or you try to, at least. But then the bastards kept giving me 2-for-1s, and I couldn't accompany 2-for-1s with his discount code. So I like you, bud, but I like 2-for-1 better.
That happened.
They screwed him. I was like, you bastard.
Right? These companies put out these affiliate codes, and then it turns out that it's actually just cheaper to buy it on sale than to use the affiliate code.
Duh. It was.
That. So
as a matter of fact, it was.
That's bad on the company. So
well, yeah.
So that's how that rolls. That was that whole, like, the final rundown was basically stop calling it sponsorships. If you're going to offer discounts and whatnot, just do tiers and make it clear and understanding and stick to your guns. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean that in the sense that, like, if you're a brand and you're saying, hey, if you want to get to the next tier, you got to do X, Y, Z. And a team goes, well, we couldn't do it all because of this, that, and the other thing. That sucks, bro.
Try next year.
I just saw
Ted DiBiase.
Who?
The $1 Million Man. If you don't do the job, you don't get paid.
Mm,
Shit deal. Sorry. But again, if you want that top tier sponsorship, you had best deliver top tier product.
there you go. Right.
That's the way she goes, man. That is capitalist society.
So yeah, I think there's room for everything to be revamped. There's also room for the average player to maybe rethink their understanding of sponsorships and how they work. I think everybody kind of needs. No one's getting sponsored for winning EPPL. You got to start somewhere, man. That's all I'm saying. We're in Atlantic Canada. The EPPL's like there. Hustled their way into the big league.
Oh yeah, well they know what they did.
I like Novas. That's a tier in its own. Just put up or shut up. That's the entire tier. There's no gold, silver, bronze, or bronze, silver, gold, platinum.
I mean,
it's just stuff like put up or shut up.
I want to be, you can't be a noble all the time and like fight for the people. And we try to do that, but reality is like, that's business, man. That's how she works.
Welcome to the world of business, right? Sometimes
everybody's got a price, baby. Everybody has there are things you've got to pay me a lot of money, and then comes cost benefit ratio, right? Like, is it really worth paying him that much money to do that? No, it's probably not. So we don't. Is that illegal? I keep finding this because it's now like my glasses cleaning.
I love that.
I'm so happy that I found this in my box of goodies.
So we're coming here to the end. Let's talk about our fun little project that is launching tomorrow. You're going to see it all over the socials. But for those listening, tomorrow would be January 23rd. So if you're listening to this on CHSR, you're a week late. But we're running this for 3 weeks. 4 weeks. Sorry, 4 weeks. This is going to run for, I think, 4 weeks. When is February 12th? 4 weeks. We're running this for 4 weeks. So, like we discussed last week, we were not particularly thrilled with the way that the Summit Awards from the NXL went or are going. Not a big fan of the way the nominees were picked. Not that I'm not a fan of the nominees. Not a fan of the categories and the way they were picked. So we thought, let's be the change we want to see in the world. Why is my messages going off and you're giggling?
That's not me. That's not me messaging. I'm giggling because you know exactly what I want to call this. I still think we should be calling this the Maritime Paintball Outstanding Achievement Award in the field of excellence.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll change it.
I love that big old Simpsons. I love my Simpsons quotes. But anyways, no, that's not me pinging you. That's probably your old lady wondering where you are.
No, it's something else. Anyways, so we're gonna do the awards. We're doing our own awards because we can. Because why not? There's no rule saying we can't.
Because we should, damn it. And we are.
So here's what we got so far. Here are the categories. And here we got categories.
Can you put it up on the screen?
I can't because it's not on this computer.
Suck. But
it's on
next time. We'll post it.
It's on this computer. Oh no, it's getting posted tomorrow morning. You're just getting an early taste.
Because you listen. Right now.
So we're going to break it down. Okay, we got the Community and Culture Awards, right? So each one of these has 2 questions, 2 things you can nominate for. You can nominate somebody for everything, different people for everything, or you can nominate only one category. It's up to you. It's totally it's up to the people. And this is an awards for the people, by the people. For the people, by us, actually.
Your king is all about bringing the party to the people. So now I want to hear what the people have to say. Tell us what you think.
So we got Community and Culture.
God help me for asking.
So we got an award for Paintball's main character, for the person who somehow ends up involved in everything. Because there's always that one person that every time we turn around, they're just involved in everything somehow. Now, we're looking for positive stuff here. I'm not looking for negativity. I'm not looking for, you want to put in a troll, you put in a troll if you want. That's kind of the definition of trolling.
You mean we can't have Painty McPaintball face?
If you want, go nuts. I need a photo though. We got the Community Builder Award for someone who's actively brings people into the sport online or offline. Content and creativity. The This Shouldn't Be This Good Award for the content creator that had no business going that hard.
That's great.
The most rewatchable post. I want to know what's the most rewatchable post you've got out there. That's, what's that one post that you keep showing everybody? Then we got the Grit and Heart and Effort. The Did It Anyway Award for pushing through broken gear, bad fields, weather, or odds. Comeback of the Year for returning from injury, burnout, or life hitting hard. I feel like there's going to be a lot of those. We got the Pure Fun and Vibes category. The Fit Check Champion. I want consistently showing up looking good.
Can we request pictures for stuff like this?
Yep.
I want documentation. You can't just tell me your boy showed up in, as the kiddies would call it, the drip. I gotta have.
I hate that because that's a slang for something way.
Did I use it wrong?
No. But when people are like, I've got drip.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, there's anyways,
you know what I'm saying?
We're not getting into that one. But anywho, I don't want to hear a story about a friend of a friend who showed up dressed to the nines. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Yep. And then we got the Paintball's Comfort Creator, the account or person you actually enjoy watching, not just scrolling past. For viewer engagement, we got the Tag Them Right Now Award. No explanation. If you know, you know. And then we got Under the Radar favorite for someone more people should be watching. Who's your Under the Radar guy? Who's that person or content creator that you're like, they're good and nobody knows it, and more people do need to. So
that's a great one. I like that one. There
we go. But yeah, Fit Check Champ Jack Angelo. That fits. I dig that.
Jackie does. I'm, for the record, I'm not throwing any names out. I'm not voting anything. I'm abstaining my vote because there are people I'm partial to that I love, and
you're not allowed to nominate me or Tom.
Thank you.
We're not allowed to be nominated.
I didn't expect anyone to nominate me anyways.
No, but I
don't waste your vote on my ass.
Don't waste your vote on us.
No.
It won't win you any brownie points.
I'm still putting that up there because that makes me happy.
But yeah, so that's what we got so far. And the poster, I'm very excited to show off tomorrow because I purposely went and made a poster.
I liked it.
That is not anything like what the Summon Awards put out. Theirs was so clean and professional and like mature, and mine looks like what you'd find taped to the inside of a metal bar's bathroom.
Can we have a make your own category?
Sure.
Because I am sure there's going to be some hilarious shit posted that I just want to see. I don't care if we can't read it on the air. Maybe we'll release the unedited list. I don't care. The files, but I want to see it. I want to hear some of the names, because there's some guys from Adrenaline that are going to throw some hilarious nominations out there that I think are going to be funny. I think all the boys are going to try to make me laugh because I'm a horrendous human being and I still want somebody to make me laugh. Please. I'll send you a message, just to laugh at it. So please have at her. We aren't going to post anything mean though, because we're not dicks. Sorry, let me rephrase that. If it's mean and it's not funny, if it's not funny, we're not posting it.
So, yeah, that's the plan. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow. We'll be posting that out there. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. We're going to let it run for 4 weeks. We're going to keep reminding you guys, keep posting and regularly. It's going to be a form. It's not a poll or anything like that. It's going to be an actual link. You go to it. It's a form you fill out. That's like the most professional thing about this whole thing is just that there's a form. Other than that, like expect nobody's getting fancy trophies. If they're lucky, they're getting something from the dollar store. Maybe one of those chocolate loonies. Actually,
you know what?
Chocolate loonie on a ribbon would be pretty cute.
I think, yeah. Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun. It's all tongue in cheek. It's all just to have a good time. Okay, it's just to have a good time. That's it. But that's it, folks. I think we're done. I think we're at the end of the show. It's been a blast.
It was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of that.
We had a lot of fun. So, folks, don't forget you can always follow us on social media. So, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Oh, I said that one. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. There we go. And check it out. I've been posting a lot of reels. I've just been having fun with it. Let me know what you think. Comments, good, bad, yes, no, love it, hate it, don't care. Just let me know because I'm banging them out and having a ton of fun doing it. So, and of course,
if anybody's got some raw footage,
yeah,
send it to Brad and we'll credit you. Obviously, he needs something. The man is an editing junkie. So if you've got raw footage that you want to send out, and I do mean raw footage, send it to Bradley and he will edit it and make some fancy reel out of it. And if there are nudes, I swear to God, do it.
Let me just preface this of raw footage of paintball games, and because I see wobbles there with raw footage of what? Yeah, let me say this: paintball events. And I'm not looking to do this for money. I just want more footage, and it's the middle of winter, and I like making these little reels, and it's a good creative outlet for me, and I'm enjoying it. So help me out. It'd be really awesome. So, but that's it, folks. We are out of here. So again, follow us on all the socials: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's Maritime Paintball Podcast. Check us out, of course. And then also when you get a chance, go check out CHSR 97.9. If you can. If you're not in the area, go look them up online. Go check out the website. That's it, folks. We're out of here. Until next week. Cheers.
Toodles.